Acá estamos emocionados porque Atom nos ha dicho que le gusta ser dirigido. So I'm going to direct you.
Okay.
We're going to go
I like
walking slowly
Nice.
to this path. El director de cine, Atom Egoyan, quiere conocer más sobre el Perú. En medio de las múltiples actividades que tiene como invitado de honor, decide hacer una pausa y escucha atento, al lado de su esposa, la actriz Arcine Hanyan, las historias de violencia ocurridas en nuestro país y empieza a reflexionar en torno a las distintas formas de comprender lo que es la memoria.
Memory is very complicated because it often is about people negotiating what might have happened or not happened. And the agendas are always shifting. They're shifting within a family, they're shifting within a society, but I also think they're shifting within us as well. It's very interesting also to be in a place like this because obviously this is a memory which is now the official memory. But if this particular issue and this particular time in Peru's history had gone another way, it would have been a different memory. So memory can also be structured. And what is actually the truth is often a compromise based on how people come to understand and what they're prepared to share and give up and accept. Film is a memory factory, right? I mean, film, the moment you take an image, there's this question of preservation, and there's this question of the fact that the image can be shared. It can also be stolen, it can be manipulated, it can be used in ways that you hadn't intended. And this whole idea of home video became really important in our lives, right? That before that, you know, we had like 8mm movies and people made a choice of what to shoot, like maybe 2 minutes, that was the maximum. But with video, suddenly you could shoot large parts of your life. And what will happen to that, you know, and does that take the place of organic memory? Those are like issues that I just find so interesting in terms of, as a filmmaker, that we are now, as individuals, making decisions about what to shoot on our smartphone, what to share, how to distribute amongst ourselves to a wider community. These are all actual issues that filmmakers deal with, have become part of our everyday life.
How do you think about the participation of actors in your projects?
It's very interesting when you work with professional actors, when you meet them, very often they tell you a lot about themselves. And I used to think, oh, this is interesting, they want to be my friend. And I start talking about myself and they go blank because they're not that interested in me. They're giving me as much as they can about their life so that I can use that in helping them get the best performance possible. And the most important thing is the nuance that a great actor gives, right? Like, you know, in terms of when an actor incorporates a role, you'll always be surprised, you know, and there'll be something that is registered on their face that you weren't expecting. And as a director, that's always the big issue. Is there something more to get from this actor? Is there something that I can say to them or something that can ignite a different approach to that moment or that performance? But if they're not professional actors, then you're trying to find out who that person is at that point in their life. Why you cast them is because of who they are. So it becomes crucial. And sometimes you can make a mistake. Sometimes the casting is, because you also have to think maybe that person's going to grow into something else. They're going to become more than what they are, and you're sensing that, and you could be right or wrong.
That's how it goes. Everybody knows.
I love music, and also choosing music while I'm editing and finding the rhythm of a scene based on music. Yeah, so it was interesting when I heard your conversation with Dardenne, because they don't use music, I mean, they find the rhythm visually, but to me music is a very important thing that I'm thinking about as I'm shooting.
Everybody talking to their pockets.
Being a guest of honor in a film festival, in some way does it make you think about your career? Does it make you observe your filmography in a new way?
Like last night, they were showing a kind of version of my films, and it was very interesting to see the editor using gestures from my films. Like there's a lot of scenes where people go like this, and so they were finding all these moments where characters go like this. So you go, okay, I would never have thought about that. And I don't even know if I'm directing the actor to do that, but there's something that the actor is finding in this gesture, which is repeated like through the films. And it makes you maybe very aware of, maybe too aware, but you're also thinking, yeah, I've made, at this point, like a lot of films, and you forget about that sometimes. You just kind of, you're so obsessed with the new film, you're forgetting about the fact that this is a body of work. So it's nice to be honored, it really is, and especially like last night, it was a very, I mean, it's a very passionate cinephile audience here, and that's great. That's always just amazing.
It's good to know.
Yeah, it is. No, it really, I feel like you go to some festivals and it feels that there's the formality, but there's not this passion for cinema, and you really feel that here. It's great.
That's great to hear.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot.
Thank you. Muchas gracias.